Hey guys, what's good? It's your girl Lo, and we is back. Boo boo! Okay, alright, shawty. Hey, hey.
Hold up.
And we is good because today we are gonna be talking about college, that education. Video is going to be about my experience at Fidm, or the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising. Just wanted to do a video on my overall experience in college, the 2 years, the whole process, just kind of go over the school if people are interested in going to Fidm. I know before I decided to go to school, or when I was looking at schools, I would be doing so much research on the school I was interested in. I would be watching YouTube videos, I would be online, talking to people who have gone to the school. So I just think it's so great to hear someone's, personal opinion and advice about the school that they went to and going to college, because it is a very big decision, and ultimately you want to choose a school that's right for you. Let's just get right into this video. Alright crew, let's get it. Alright guys, so I just want to say, please excuse this background. I don't have a nice white wall in this house, so I had to makeshift a wall over here. But you know what, we're gonna make her work. She's kind of working. She's a little wrinkle crinkled, but it's okay. We still bullin'. Let's just talk about kind of the general basis of things. So I went to Fidm and I decided to study visual communications. And basically visual communications is a whole mix of everything in the visual world. So it's a very hands-on major, obviously a very visual major. And that is exactly who I am. I actually did like the entrance project and was talking to my counselor with the intent that I was going on with fashion merchandising. And thank God I had my entrance counselor who guided me through, and as I was talking to her, she was like, Lauren, listen, I think you should look into visual communication. I am so thankful that she told me about it, because I made the switch literally right away. I know I would have been miserable if I started going into that, and literally visual communications was the perfect fit for me. Like, boom, bang, the shoe really fit. The visual communications major is basically kind of a mashup of all things visual. It's so weird to explain. So like fashion styling will fall under that realm. Visual displays, like merchandising a store, window displays, a little bit of event planning, like a little bit of interior design. And you can do a lot with this major, which is really great, and I love that because I love like interior design. I love fashion styling. That's my #1 thing and go to what I want to do with my life. That was literally the perfect fit for me. So yeah, that was visual communications, and I don't know if I already said this, but I did that for 2 years, and 2 years was good for me. So I am not a school person, and some people might be. Some people love school. I'm not a school person. Granted, I did enjoy my 2 years at Fidm because it was all very hands-on. A lot of the classes were about my degree, and they were fun, and they were very artistic and visual, which was so cool, and I loved it, and I loved going to class every day, which was good because I was doing what I wanted, so I was motivated to go. Really enjoyed every minute of it, and also there were some gen eds like thrown in there. Obviously you have your math classes, you have your English classes, like public speaking, which is awful, do not recommend, but you have to do it. Their main campus is in downtown Los Angeles. There's a campus in San Francisco, there's a campus in Orange County, and there's a campus in San Diego. So it's really confusing because people who are looking to go to other campus locations, there is like a little catch with that, which I didn't even know about until later on in the school, but I wasn't even thinking about transferring or anything. But if you decide to go to other locations, it will be depending on your major. I think certain majors are located in certain campuses. I'm pretty sure most of them you can go to another location. When you go, you will only be allowed to go there for 1 year, which is 3 quarters. So you'll only be allowed to do that for 1 year, and you can either do it when you first get there, your first first year, your second year, doesn't matter, but they'll only put you there for 1 year and then they'll transfer you back to the Los Angeles campus. So just a little heads up about that. I'm just gonna talk a little bit about like a couple of the classes that I took while I was at Fidm, like a few of my favorite ones. So obviously I just said we have our general classes, which are like, nah, whatever. They're really not that hard, and I'm telling you from like experience that I am not good at math nor English. I just am not very good at regular school. Like, I was never smart. I am just an average person. All the general classes that were taken at Fidm were pretty much very easy. I wouldn't say super easy, but they were not hard. Like, they were just like average classes, and even like some of the design classes can be more difficult. But if I can get through them, guys, I'm telling you, you can get through them. You just have to literally focus on your work, go to class, listen to what your teachers are saying, and you will be fine. You know, make good friends, friends that will actually help you with your work, and you guys can work together. That is like my biggest advice. So some of my favorite classes, I would say, would be, well, my #1 favorite class ever was fashion styling. It is so much fun if you are into fashion styling. You learn everything you need to know about the fashion styling world, and then your like last project, you get a theme of like what it's gonna be that you are styling on a model, and then they actually bring in like legit models, and you have to go and you work with a team and you pick out all these clothes and you style your model with 3 looks, and it's so much fun. It was the funnest class I took. We do a window display class where we make legit window displays, and you're basically given themes for the window, and you are working with a group, and you are literally hands-on building, construction, painting, cutting, sewing. Like, you're working with your hands, and you are literally building these super cool displays. It is so much fun. Another fun class we did was like materials and props class, and we made these mini set designs, and basically you have to cut and construct these boxes with your group, and it has to be off of the set of a movie, and it's like really everything's miniaturized, and you do 3 scenes of the movie within this one box. So it's just crazy how it all folds together. And we did a lot of drawing classes where we were drawing furniture and basically doing our interior design in like a lot of our drawing classes. We also worked with like Photoshop and Illustrator, which, you know, was fun. It was awesome to learn it, but they are confusing and they are hard, and you have to especially pay attention in the computer classes. And I'm telling you this now, if you skip like one computer class, you're gonna be behind. So definitely when you go and you are taking your Illustrator, Photoshop, SketchUp classes, definitely do not miss a class. Pay very close attention and make buddies in those classes that you can reference if you have a problem. And on like the realm of teachers, I honestly have loved all my teachers in my major. I've had really no problems at all with any of my teachers. They were all great teachers. Going into any school, go online before you choose your classes, and go on ratemyprofessor.com, and obviously go through the professors, see their ratings, and go with teachers that have higher ratings, obviously, if you can get into their classes before you make your schedule. I literally did that every single quarter. So aside from the classes and the teachers, I kind of want to get into like the career aspect of our school. Your Fidm is super great at pointing everybody in the career direction, always constantly giving job opportunities, constantly preparing us literally to get jobs, and literally just throwing opportunities at you. At least from my major, like the head of the visual communications major would constantly come in, and she would say, like, we have this job opportunity, this volunteer opportunity for you. So they would constantly have people downstairs at front tables, like store and businesses who were filling out applications looking for people. They constantly are providing you with opportunities for jobs, and they also have a career center. You can go to the career center at any time, and I definitely recommend going, especially your first year when you get there, meeting with your career counselor. And if you need help with like a resume and you want to start looking for jobs then and there, or internships, they will guide you. Like every quarter, every couple of quarters, they will have a career fair and a bunch of businesses who are looking for jobs, and you can go right up to the table and give them your application, sign your name, and, you know, hopefully get an interview. They are really great about giving you opportunities. So some of the volunteer opportunities I want to talk about that I've done and I absolutely loved. I did 2 of the volunteer opportunities. One of the volunteer opportunities I did was to work at the CDFA Vogue Fund fashion show, and they do it once a year in Los Angeles. It was hosted at the Chateau Marmont, and I went there with a couple of other girls who signed their name to go and dress and undress the models, and it was just so amazing to be able to go and be a part of the backstage fashion show experience, seeing all the clothes, just being a part of the whole atmosphere and having that to be put on my resume. I got to see the celebrities that were watching the fashion show. I saw Katy Perry, Emma Roberts, and a whole bunch of other people sitting outside. It was crazy, and it was so cool. I also did another opportunity, and it was an Oscars escorting event. So before the Oscars, they had a couple of celebrities be treated like to go and get like free goodies and get their hair done and nails and makeup and whatever, and it was hosted in like a hotel in Beverly Hills. You were assigned like a celebrity, and you would go up with them and you would like escort them basically. So you'd go up with them, you would like hold their bags, just kind of be their little right-hand man while they would get manicures, get free goodies, socialize with them, obviously make connections. So it's just all a way of connecting you to like meet people and greet people, and it was really cool because we got like a little free goodie bag at the end. We got some free snacks. Another little thing I kind of want to touch base on is internships, and I don't think that in the visual communications major you have to get an internship. I don't think it's a requirement, but it's highly, highly, highly recommended because, you know, you want to put your foot in the door, you want to start getting experience, and you want internships on your resume because they are really good. Obviously, when you go in for an interview, they'll see that you have really wanted to put your foot in the door and really wanted to immerse yourself in something, and it is great on gaining experience, especially if you have no clue what you want to do. A majority of people have no idea what they're doing. I still don't know what I'm doing to this day. I found an internship by myself. I found one on my own. So I went on Indeed and I got an internship while I was in school. It was such an amazing internship. I literally did this on a whim because I was looking for a job, looking for internship, but I saw this internship for fashion styling and assisting celebrity stylists in West Hollywood, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is unreal. Like, what? This is crazy. What am I getting myself into? So I literally handed off my application like thinking nothing, sent it off. I found it on Indeed.com, heard back from them, went in for an interview. I think that day they texted me and were like, we'd love to have you be an intern. And it was the start of the most amazing journey I've ever taken. I can tell you from right now, I had no clue what the actual world of fashion styling was all about. Like, in my mind, I always visioned it being something different, but it was completely different from what I expected, but I loved it, every single minute of it, and I felt like it was my place. I learned so much, and if you want to know more about that and more about my experience working with a fashion stylist and assisting them, I would definitely love to talk about that if you guys would be possibly interested in that. The moral of the story is definitely look into internships, and I think it would be very beneficial for someone to go and get one. So getting into the fun side of Fidm. So Fidm's it's a fun school. They do a lot of fun little activities. They have clubs you can join. I'm pretty sure they have one sorority you can join, which is kind of cool if if you're into the whole sorority thing and you want to join. You can do a lot of fun things with that. And I know some people who are in it, and it seems like they do a lot of little fun things like around, and I'm pretty sure they also like collab with other sororities at like USC, which is fun, and like frats at USC. So if you want that sorority atmosphere, you can get that still, kind of. They also have a lot of clubs, and they have like the Mode magazine. So Fidm has their own like legit magazine. So if you're really into the whole magazine scene and editing and all that, you can join the Mode club and be a part of creating a magazine every so often, which is super cool. They also do like these little workshops from time to time. They'll do a flower crown making workshop, a candle making workshop, just little fun things to do, and be interactive, meet new people. Another really fun thing about Fidm is they also have a museum, a little store, and every so often they'll change the Fidm museum, and definitely go in there and check it out because they'll do collaborations with current movies that will come out. So they'll have all the costumes that were in a certain movie that came out. It's a really fun place to go get inspired, walk around, go see what is kind of cooking in the museum, and it's open to the public so anyone can go. Every year in April, Fidm does their annual fashion show. Well, it's a legit, full-on crazy fashion show. They will basically choose a handful of the interior design fashion design and costume design students, and they'll basically do a whole fashion show, and it will be clothing and furniture, and it is a whole excursion, a whole nine. It is so much fun. Definitely go to the Fidm fashion show. Some other last minute things to talk about. Fidm is really good. They stay connected. You can like add them on Snapchat or Instagram, and they're very good about keeping you connected on what's going on. They'll do like their weekly schedule and like their daily things of what's going on at the school. So yeah, so if you are curious about kind of what's going on at the school all the time, definitely check that out. And they do have past alumni who have made it big, or they'll just have random speakers come and do talks at the school so you can hear their advice, hear their own experience at Fidm, which is really cool, and just give advice on like their careers and what they're doing, and just work advice in general, which is super cool. I think that's pretty much all I have to say about my experience at Fidm. I absolutely 100% loved every single moment of it, even though it did get very stressful at some times because it is school and it's not all fun and games. You literally have to put in the work to get a good end result. That is the end of my video, and I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about my experience at college, my experience at Fidm, and I took a whim and literally went all the way across the country to go to school out there and experience the California lifestyle, and I have absolutely no regrets. I loved every single minute of it. I could not even imagine myself being at any other school. I guess that is it. That is the tea. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next week with another one. I will catch y'all on the mother flipping flop.